Gemini, Spirit wants you to put down this worry. The first card that popped out here, if you are worried, you don't have the strength to move on. Think of how much strength you are using to hold on, then redirect that energy and enjoy your life. It feels like there's something from the past or something that recently happened that you cannot change and it's still on your mind. I've been seeing in my mind's eye the Nine of Swords here. Now, Gemini, that is a card that represents you in the tarot, so it feels like you are in your shadow right now, working through something really painful, and Spirit wants you to let go of some of those swords that you're holding on to in the mental space, to which you're looking at how a situation has unfolded or how it has played out. Beneath the deck, it says, try not to dwell on the past or spend too much time worrying about the future. All it does is steal your joy and sense of inner peace. Concentrate on the here and now and enjoy every moment for what it is. You are creating new miracles. That's really important right now. I'll show you this again. It's really important right now to let go of that worry. This is a August, moving into August kind of temperature check, frequency check. And I like to do these readings because sometimes we're holding on to certain things that can't go with us where we are trying to go. And so right now, I'm going to get some tarot cards out here in just a moment, but it feels like you're holding on to the frequency of worry, which is the frequency of lack. So it's holding on too tightly. Four of Pentacles energy, not being willing to let go, surrender, so that Spirit can guide and do what Spirit does best. Another card that popped out is, when the world feels like it is coming crashing down around you, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be the turning point for what you have been waiting for. As I read this, Gemini, I was hearing and also seeing in my mind's eye someone who was unceremoniously let go of from a job or from some type of position. Some extreme feeling of tower where things are changing out of nowhere. And sure, you likely wanted things to change. You want things to go in a certain direction, but the way things are changing through this kind of crisis situation is not what you were forecasting. Though you understand that things must change, it's something about, it feels like whatever is happening with you, Gemini, it's happening out of nowhere and it feels like a crisis. And right now, the milk has spilled. I couldn't stand when people would say that when I was young, but the milk has spilled. And so that has been done. And now the focus becomes on what you can do, Gemini, to feel your sense of calm, just to have your sense of peace so that you can move on and move forward in the direction that feels good to you. God, angel, spirit guides for Gemini, tell us more about this energy that Gemini is in right now as they're working through this crisis, or what is on their mind that has them worried, God, angel, spirit guides. And I'm also going to get some cards out here for any advice that could be helpful moving forward into August. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. What is this about? What is the essence of this energy right now? What is their frequency right now, God, angel, spirit guides, for Gemini, please? Okay, something about a wish fulfillment, having all that you want. Okay. So you have the Nine of Cups here. In my Cancer reading that I just did, they had the Nine of Cups in reverse. So I could also be talking to a cusper here, but it's upright in this reading. So there's the Nine of Cups, having everything that you want, the return of good luck, good fortune, the fulfillment of your wishes here. But the King of Swords popped out in reverse. And so when the King of Swords is in reverse, that kind of feels like not really clear about how to bring something to a close confidently, not feeling like you are able to make a strong, sound decision using all of the logic. And it has something to do with you making a choice for the future. So it's like you're wanting the return of good luck, good fortune, your wishes fulfilled, but there's an energy of being upside down in how to make this happen, right? And also, Gemini, for me as a reader, this is you in the tarot. The king, for me as a reader, I think of it as the mutable signs. And Gemini, you are air mutable for me. And so it feels like you are not exactly clear about how to get what it is that you want, how to turn things around, which decision to make. Should you go forward? Should you keep going on in whatever this matter is to expand? Should you pretend like the loss didn't happen and just keep looking into the future? Or should you revisit something from the past, maybe a different type of decision here? It feels like that's where you are right now. But with this being in reverse, this is the most important part. You have to have a clear mind. You have to be confident about making this decision. The logic has to be there, and feels like there's some missing piece, some missing bit of information, some missing certainty that's needed before you make a decision that feels good for you so that you can turn the situation around. God, angel, spirit guides, tell us more about the future in this energy. What would you like Gemini to know related to the future in this energy right now? For Gemini, please. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of energy out here. Okay, this is another card that popped out in my Cancer reading, so I could likely be talking to a cusper, but this is in reverse in your reading. It was upright in the Cancer reading. This is internal conflict, wanting to overcome conflict. If you're dealing with people in a workplace, in a work situation, or in a relationship, Spirit needs you to activate that intuition in the future, because there likely is something kind of happening that is not exactly good, and your intuition is serving you right. So the High Priestess pops out for me as a reader when there may be kind of like a spiritual alarm going off, wanting to alert your attention to someone who's around you, someone who might not be as noble or as honorable as maybe they're appearing to be here. And I say with someone else because here's the Two of Cups here. So it feels like with whatever is going on right now, especially for those of you where you're dealing with someone, it's some other party, you're dealing with the job space or a friendship or some kind of connection with someone else, it kind of feels like it could be an opportunity to overcome some issue, right? Because this is overcoming challenges, right? This is also toxic, controlling situations related to you and someone else. And this is also being in a place of forgiving, right? Standing on forgiveness. But there's something about this energy as I'm looking at this that it feels like Spirit wants you to be on the side of forgiving, be on the side of letting go. That's always going to be good in terms of frequency and energy. But for those of you who are dealing with someone else, use your intuition, because they may not be in the same place as you, even if they are pretending to be. But I'm going to get some advice for you just to get some clarity, because that's what's coming up for me. But I want to hear from Spirit just to get a little bit more clear about how to navigate that. For some of you, for sure, in the near future, things are going to begin to turn around. The fighting, the chaos, the challenging communication that's there, the not being certain, the worry, that's going to begin to turn around, because for some of you, things are going to become lighter and you're going to be able to approach a situation and continue to move forward. But for some of you, it feels like Spirit wants you to pay attention to that intuition, because someone else in the situation may not have the same intention as you moving forward. God, angel, spirit guides, other advice for Gemini working through this energy. What do you want Gemini to know or be aware of? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. We'll do one more shuffle here. What do you want Gemini to be aware of? What is the advice? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides, for your guidance. Okay. Yeah, I keep getting that vibe. I have the Seven of Swords out here. Yeah, I have the Seven of Swords out here. Okay, this is definitely for someone in love, okay? This is definitely for someone in love. There is a lot of energy of someone not doing their part in some type of connection. It could be work. Someone not giving you all of what you deserve in terms of payout. In a relationship, someone pretending to have things sorted out financially in the family, but maybe not. There is a kind of sneaky, conniving energy here as it relates to matters of the heart, for sure. Okay, Another thing too is the Hermit is out here. So if there's someone that you trust, they have proven to be trustworthy, Gemini, you want to get some advice from them, there likely is a wise person around you that can help you cut through this kind of confusing energy here, because it's a lot going on. It's somebody who, there's some situation here that feels like they're making you feel like there's potential here, there's legacy here, they're a loving person here, full of love and full of joy, and it's got you, Gemini, I think, being in love, but it's also clouding your judgment right now because you have another card, kind of like the High Priestess, where Spirit is wanting you to go within. So this might be a wise mentor, someone that you truly do trust about this matter, or just going within and being still, not allowing anyone to rush you. There's something about a lack of give and take here. I don't know who this person is or what this situation is, but there's something happening here where on their end of the bargain, they're not giving as much time, as much resource, or what is fair. So Spirit wants you to be aware of this. And again, the main bit of advice is this: use your wise counsel, go within, don't rush, be warned in this energy that is around you. There's a sneaky kind of conniving thing happening right behind your back, but someone is wanting there to be an illusion for you in front of your face and in front of your eyes, making it appear that they're loving, they have really wonderful intentions, and that there's going to be success here. This does feel like it has something to do with love or friendship for sure, if it's not the work area. Gemini, that is what I have for you. I love you, and I hope that you have space and the opportunity to really check in with yourself and get clear. You are the master of your life, and whatever you want to unfold for your betterment, it will happen, and it can happen. We claim it. Again, I love you. Take care. I'll see you next week. I was getting ready to go to church. Bye.